and also there are so many other problems in day-to-day life here that even for example, going to a grocery store, you have to go past 4 signals, 5 potholes, and 3 car accidents, right? So I mean, I'm not trying to stereotype, but it's
what
actually
is this?
happened.
Where are you living? Where do you stay?
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys. Sound right, boys.
Hello and welcome to One Half Fry once more. This is the second episode, and hopefully this is the second episode. We really don't keep track of the numbers like that.
आप chronology समझ लीजिए.
But I am back again, Random Rakit, at your service, and our very own bundle of joy, Shomo Mandal. I'm sorry, Shomo. We are both back again, and to begin with, firstly, apologies for the last video. Apologies for the last video. No, actually, it was quite nice, the reaction that we got from the crowd, our friends, family, and well-wishers. Yes, that is the majority of the crowd that actually saw our last video, but we also got a lot of reactions from people who did not know us, and they do now, and they have been listening to the small clips that we have been putting up on our Insta page. Along with that, they have also been checking out the full video, which is still on YouTube. And again, I would start off by saying, go to the link of all the full videos, and even the smaller clips of the full video are in the bio, and that's before you say anything, that's the apologies for that.
मुझे माफ कर दो, मुझसे गलती हो गई। चाहे तो तुम मुझे और मार लो, लेकिन मुझे छोड़कर मत जाओ। मेरे पास तुम्हारे सिवा कुछ नहीं है।
Apologies for that, because last time what happened was when we put out our teaser, we had already put out the full video on YouTube, but the teaser did not have the right message, because of which a lot of people were confused. Where is the full video? But yes, we have cleared the confusion with everyone. And now
can I just interject once, because I can't wait. Can you stop being polite, man? I think because we need to put link in bio, okay? And I didn't know that this was a household problem, that people just look at the teaser and then they don't give a crap about what's coming after the teaser or what is there in the comment or what is there in the caption. But link is in bio of the Instagram handle. Please visit that to enjoy our videos and clips.
Yeah, it's becoming like that. Last time my emotion was aggressive, in the last video. So every podcast I'll take a different emotion. This time my emotion is apologetic. In this particular video, I'll keep on saying sorry.
Maybe it's got something to do with the topics that we want to discuss. At least one of them.
Yeah.
So
probably that's like a hint. But yeah, we got a lot of people were surprisingly, a lot of people were asking us, when are you coming up with the next podcast? It was a really chill kind of a session. Yes, we don't keep it scripted at all. Just before starting this recording, I was talking to Shomo saying that we can't script it at all. It's just the topics that we select, because that keeps it natural. And a lot of people have liked that, natural flow of the conversation. It has taken them back to those good old college days where they had, had a smoke and a little bit of whatever food they want to have. And,
it also means less work for us before the podcast. But
we really can't script it, actually. That's the reality.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
can't
yeah.
do it. That's why we are, but we are just promoting that thing that a lot of people like the natural thing, and then they came back asking us a lot of people. I mean, like maybe two people, but
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Two of our most biased well-wishers, probably.
it was us. It was actually us. We talked to ourselves. Like I told him, and he told me. We realized that it's been a realization, a long coming realization that we have to, at the end of the day, social media is a circus.
Yeah,
And
yeah. We need to
all,
do like full
they're all-
clap and our t-shirts change or some shit like that.
yeah, I really want to do that t-shirt change thing. But in our deal, we'll actually be changing the t-shirts in front of you. You know,
Yeah,
that will be
yeah.
the
Like
that will be
30,
the fun
30
part.
second challenge of changing t-shirts. That's what we are gonna do.
But we'll actually
Like Tom
change
Holland
the-
style.
but we'll actually change the t-shirt. Like we'll actually take it off in front of you, then
Yeah.
unbutton in front of you. Yeah,
Tom
it can-
Holland did that. Tom Holland did that, but he did that upside down while he was standing on his hands.
Last one. Oh, you bastard. How do you do this, man? Okay. That's two. I can't get my hand through the stretchy bit. Okay. Oh my god.
Oh, because it's Spider-Man, right?
Because he's Spider-Man and
That
he can.
makes sense. That makes sense, man.
No,
That makes
and not in
sense.
the movie. Like in real life, he did it. But yeah, that's also like he's Spider-Man. So,
Tom Holland, I love him as Spider-Man.
but do you think Tobey Maguire could have done it? I doubt it. Anyway, let's move on.
Tobey Maguire did the original shit? No, he did the upside down kissing shit. That's Spider-Man stuff.
Yeah, but I'm
That's-
saying he did it in the movie. Like, I'm saying, like in real life, could he have had like stood on his hands?
You serious?
No, that's exactly the point of the movie. No, only Spider-Man can do such things, right? That is the point of the movie. Fucking
No, Tom Holland can do half the shit in real life.
that's strange. That's
That's what I'm saying.
auditions. Hollywood auditions are going to a next level nowadays.
Dude, his auditions, like, I think I follow Tom Holland, okay, because I'm not a pedophile, but because because I like his personality and all that, and he has a pretty sweet foundation also called My Brother's Trust and all that. So his feed is always entertaining and all. So long story short, like in one of his the auditions for his Spider-Man and all, he's already an accomplished gymnastics guy and all. He can do like backflips and all that a lot, and that was one of the things added to his personality, which is great, as we all know, played a big role in him landing the role, because
Right.
he has that essence, the spirit of Spider-Man in him without being bitten by that spider.
Right,
So-
right.
So
Interesting. This was totally unscripted, and obviously we'll definitely juice this conversation and make a clip out of it. And well, that is what it is. Let's talk about some stuff that we have never spoken of before. I think this is one of those topics. Right now we are going to obviously touch upon two topics, and to begin with, one of those topics that we have never spoken of. Really, we speak about a lot of crap. Actually, we speak a lot of crap, but this was something less crappy, as in something which like directly affects our lives. I felt we heard about this particular topic from a friend of ours, and when we researched on it, and yeah, it was absolutely end of the world. It was end of the world. It was like end of
no,
the
I
world.
think you got the idea of that for that topic after you watched that movie. that director who makes doomsday movies, man, in different ways.
Yeah, Day After Tomorrow. You're talking about Robert Zemeckis.
Yeah,
And Day After Tomorrow.
yeah. He just envisages
yeah.
doomsdays in different ways
Yeah,
and makes
yeah.
a movie out of it.
And all of them star Jake Gyllenhaal. All of them need to have Jake Gyllenhaal and David Question.
Yeah. The topic is the phenomena is called permafrost, and I don't know if you guys are
permafrost images coming to your screen right now.
Yeah. I mean, I think we can just organically do it. You don't need to
I love doing that because last time I did that thing with the basketball meme.
Steph Curry thing, yeah.
Yeah, Steph Curry meme. So yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, actually, it kind of. So, permafrost is a very real thing which exists, phenomena like global warming. It's also real, in case you didn't know. I'm not
the Chinese, man. I'm not the Chinese, right?
What? Why are you trashing Chinese? First, you need to speak with about with the Donald Trump and all. He was holding out on the budget on the environment summit or something in Paris, I think a couple of years back, because he didn't believe in global warming. But that was just an excuse, I think, because realistically, a lot of countries who were highlighting the environmental issue and are part of that environment summit, including India, they're pitching in like peanuts. Okay, it's like you're going for drinks with your mates and all, and everyone's paying for like one bottle and you're paying for 5 bottles. That's what US has been doing. So I think Trump just made it an excuse that I don't believe in global warming, but I'm not sure. But what I'm saying is that, accountability exists for all countries, depending on how much they can pitch in. So permafrost is something very real. And
it's nice that you spoke about global warming, because permafrost is something that is directly linked to it. And how Donald Trump and the great leaders of our world, like Donald Trump, have dealt with global warming in a very frivolous way, I might say. And that's a good intro. Yeah. Go on.
Yeah. No, you go on. I think I need to put my phone on the flight mode because it's interfering with the video.
Those girls, man. All those girls keep calling me.
Hi, guys. All those girls who swiped left on me from the last video,
From the last video, man.
Yeah.
I know you're getting some action.
No. Permafrost, as I said, I heard it from you, then I got a little interested. Before I get into that, I would just like to give a little bit of my journey in terms of what I think about the environment and all that. And I would really like to know about that from Joy as well. So what happened is that I won't say I am like the full environment friendly nerd and just use paper bags everywhere, like bamboo straws and everything. I've not reached that level. I'll be lying to myself and everyone else if I say that I'm that particular about the environment. But over the years, I won't lie, my happiest, I won't say the happiest, the most peaceful memories that I have is when I am hiking through the mountains, or I'm at a peaceful natural place where there's a lake or something, and even a beach, which is not a commercial beach. I love nature. It's not a lie. I honestly love nature and what comes with it, be it heat, rain, snow, whatever it is. I really enjoy it. And which in turn kind of made me realize that, I should at least try my best to preserve it and not hurt it intentionally in a way which is not very disruptive to my life, but also, it's doable. Because of shout out to my friend Akshay as well. I spent a few months with him, long story, but I lived at his apartment for a bit, and he is big time into recycling bottles. And he used to live in this place called Warsaw, which is not in Poland, but in Indiana state. in the
That's
United
crazy.
States.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a very small town, and in the US and all, generally it's very easy to get this recyclable where places where you can just throw your recyclable waste, and then you can throw your like wet waste and all that. But in Warsaw, like you literally had to drive 2.5 miles or 2 miles to trash your like plastic bottles and whatever for recyclable and all that. And Akshay, and he's not a guy. I knew him for so long, I didn't even know this about him. He never talks about environment, or he never promotes like you should do this and all that. But literally, it's snowing knee deep, and it will be so cold. He will come from work, come back from work. He'll be really tired, and after that, he'll freshen up. And if he has to recycle those bottles, he'll drive 2.5 miles in that snow, and trash them. And for those dry plastic bottles, he used to use the same trash bag. He'll empty the bottles in the trash, the whole thing, and then he'll bring back the plastic trash bag because that is also recyclable. And this was a kind of an eye opener for me. I won't lie, because when I was a kid, I actually volunteered for Greenpeace, and that didn't open any eyes for me at that age. And this made a difference. Who knows, like how the brain works. But I would say, so since then I have become a little bit cautious about using, for example, tumblers or permanent containers if I'm getting coffee from a coffee place, trying to use recyclable, have a recyclable straw at home and just carry it. It's just small changes. Try to use the trash bag as less as possible, in terms of like maximize the whole trash bag and then throw it, rather than keep just changing trash bags. Small things which makes a difference. Even
That's a lot of stuff. That's not small. That's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but like if you incorporate them in your life, it just takes out 1 minute of your time collectively, to be honest. Like it's just a
that did
matter
not
of habit.
sound like a minute. What you just said.
You just need to buy a straw and keep it. That's it.
But yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that's a straw. Okay, I'll talk about that straw later. But I'm saying it does not take a minute. That's not.
Yeah, but that's what I'm not saying. I'm doing like a lot of hardcore stuff, like.
But yeah, I'm saying it's doable work. It's doable work, but it's some kind of an effort, nonetheless, that you have to put in.
No, I know people who are they are. I mean, I'm not even talking about the people who write blogs on the environment. I'm talking about people who are so involved where they kind of fashion their like cutlery, everything that they buy, it should be like non-plastic or in a some way related to be good for the environment, and that becomes very pervasive sometimes. Like I have started out on this journey a few years back, and I would advise the same for everyone else. Start small, then think about like big changes. Any small change makes a difference. But anyway, over to you, Joy. So what is your take on how
environment? My take on environment.
No, I mean, how do you give a about it?
I don't. Right? I do not. Because the thing is, I'm a lazy individual, and there is a lot of work that needs to be put to keep the environment clean. And I generally don't put in that work. But the thing is, unfortunately, lazy individuals like me are like most of the world, like majority of the world is filled with people who are not too much caring about the environment and not really taking those steps that need to be taken to take care of the environment. And hence, it's like elections, right? It's like elections. In election, a single vote does not count. To be very honest, everyone says your vote counts and all that. But actually, it really doesn't, right? You have to win over that X person or Y person has to win over that community. And similarly, for environment also, it was the same thing. It
adds up. It adds up.
It does add up.
We can have the Jon Snow meme in here, because like how he got elected as the whatever knight, whatever head. But see, it's not about. It's not about you being lazy, though. I just wanted to say that, you have to take into account. That's the difference that I faced when I moved back from the US to India. Okay. It is tougher here. for example,
Yeah.
because it just gets more tougher here because you don't find like wet waste, all the separate waste and all that. Then people around you is not motivating enough and they are not caring that much. And also there are so many other problems in day-to-day life here that even for, like, for example, going to a grocery store, you have to go past 4 signals, 5 potholes, and 3 car accidents, right? So I mean, I'm not trying to stereotype, but it's
What
actually
is this?
happened.
Where are you living? Where do you stay? No,
I stay in
understand.
I stay in a fabulous
मैं वो इलेक्शन के
state. But what I'm trying to say is that there are other problems which inhibits people from acting like that. So I totally understand it, and yeah, I mean, and it's good that you're being honest about it as well.
Yeah, the thing is, this entire conversation or whatever we talk about is totally completely unscripted and honest and whatever. To bring the actual reality and to life, that is what it is. There are people. It's not about you, you or me doing what. It's about um, umpteen number of people around the world, and this is the global topic, by the way. Permafrost, just bringing you guys back to that same conversation, permafrost, which we're talking about, and what exactly it is. We'll slowly be going into it, but it is a global thing. It is not an Indian thing or any other country specific thing. It's at a global level. People are taking a lot of precautions, and obviously the United Nations and many other such global organizations have taken a lot of step towards curbing global warming. But is it enough? Is it enough? The question still remains, and
It's definitely not enough, according to Leo DiCaprio and
and thousands
most of
of
his
dollars.
fans. No, it is not enough. Nothing is enough because we are not looking for solutions. We are still looking for alternatives, which are actual replacement. So
Yeah,
till
correct.
we
Yeah,
find that,
that's true.
it's never enough. But what we can do is we can slow down the
Yeah.
process. That's what most of the people are urging us
Yeah.
to do. And with permafrost, basically, I
But the
just
thing
want.
is, yeah, the thing is, these things everyone knows. All of you know this thing that it's not working out, and we are doing our best. Some people are doing their best, some people are not doing their best. So, net result is it's not really working out. It's working out sometimes in some parts of the world. It's working out, etc. But hey, come on! I mean, overall, it's really not working out. And permafrost is one of the direct results of it not working out. So yeah.
Before I go into permafrost, sorry, I wanted to give a shout out to this show. I think it's on Netflix or Prime. I don't know. Just
You've
one
got to know
second.
that you're living in the 21st century with a
No, it's there. Like I'm not getting
iPhone. With an iPhone in your hands, you're saying I don't know which platform.
मारो मुझे मारो मारो मुझे मारो मारो
No, I know the show. I don't know which OTT it is on. I'm not sure because when I first started watching it, it was in Prime in the US. Then in India, I think it came over to Netflix. In India, it's in Netflix. So it's called Down to Earth. Okay, and it's got Zac Efron in it. I think I told you about this.
Yeah,
And
correct. Yeah,
um,
I remember.
and I don't remember the name of the other guy. It's got two hosts, Zac Efron and one of his nutritionists, who he closely worked with, who's a guru of clean living. And these two people, so his nutritionist during his Baywatch movie and all that. And in that movie, he was like ripped and all, if you remember. He had a very clean living and all that. So these two, they have like 6 or 7 episodes where they talk about sustainable clean living in different strengths of that, because there are many ways to do that in 6 different countries. Okay, the strengths of those countries, and that's what Joy was telling, right? Like some countries have managed to do that, but even for the countries who have managed to do some of it, there is a whole spectrum of things that you can do for the environment. So even with the countries who have managed to do something, they are strong on one particular thing. For example, clean water, okay, or for example, clean energy, but they're not mastered everything or like most of the things, So anyways, it's a great show, Down to Earth, if you guys want to watch. Okay, back to permafrost. Permafrost is basically there are places in the earth which has never been unfrozen, like they have eternally been under 0 degrees centigrade or 32 degree Fahrenheit, and those places have the soil composition of such places which has been permanently frozen, and the soil need not be the topsoil. Okay, that soil can be the layer beneath the topsoil. Has got a different ecosystem of elements. Okay, obviously, because it's always been frozen. And the problem, and these areas actually cover 15% of the land in the world. And that our world's land mass, 15% of it is permafrost, and mostly in the Arctic and Antarctic areas, obviously near the poles. And in countries, it's there in Russia, in northern Canada, Alaska, most of Alaska, and other countries. So this huge areas of frozen soil, which can be the layer beneath the topsoil, are obviously, due to global warming, they're kind of melting a little bit faster than expected. And the problem
or rather not expected to melt at all in our lifetime, which is right, I guess.
But the irony of the whole situation is it's almost like when I was reading on this, it's almost like a circle. It's like a complete circle. So like we know about global warming, right? So the earth is heating up, okay, and now the circle is, because the permafrost, the soil is melting, it's helping with the global warming. So global warming is helping with melting the frost, and permafrost is helping with the global warming. And how is it happening? Because permafrost, when it's melting, obviously it's releasing greenhouse gases like methane and all, which is contributing towards global warming. That's one of the facets. Obviously, Joy will elaborate. I'll also talk about it. And the second thing, harm that is people are scared about, and obviously it's known as almost like
thing. This is a positive thing of permafrost, right?
No, it's a negative thing. It's a negative.
All right. The greenhouse.
It is releasing greenhouse gases because it's thawing.
When you say helping global warming, means it's like facilitating more and more global warming, is what you're saying.
It's facilitating destruction in a complete circle, is what I'm saying.
I am inevitable.
Because global warming is causing permafrost to melt, and melting of permafrost is causing more global warming because of the greenhouse gases
being released.
And the second thing is, most of the global scientists call it as thawing. It's almost like thawing a frozen fish or whatever. And when it's thawing, there are microbes inside this frost, which are like thousands and thousands of years old. And we know how we are getting affected by this virus in this pandemic, and how underprepared we are. And there are like lethal microbes which can come out of it. So the only way it's a little bit under control is what I know. I don't know that much, but I know that NASA, Russia to some certain extent, maybe even India, all of these countries have got meteorological satellites, which keeps a tab on different things related to the environment, including how much the soil is thawing than expected. And when this is happening, I think they're injecting it with antimicrobial something. But just think about it, okay? 15% of the land that we have now is permafrost. Is it possible to take precautionary measures against 15% of the landmass when it happens rampantly? That is the question, and that is why we should take this seriously. So anyway, take it away, Joy. Whatever.
Man, that's crazy. That's some crazy shit right there. And takes me back to all those classes that we had bunked of geography or history or whatever, whichever subject taught these things in school, this right now, when our lives in danger, we are thinking of these things, and that's where when it seems pretty fucked up. It seems scary. Because
Entire ecosystems are in danger, not just lives. More immediately, the lives of the herbivores and all in Arctic and Antarctic are in danger because the ice is melting and getting frozen in the weirder season, like different seasons. Like, for example, it's more frozen during spring when they're not hibernating. You know what I mean? And then they're not getting food, which in turn is affecting the other aspects of the ecosystem right there. So it's just like a chain reaction, a domino effect to hundreds of different things. So
pretty fucked up. So, that's all I can say. And permafrost is as you said, is a layer, right? A layer which is frozen in time. Rather, it is like that movie Ice Age, right? Where different kinds of
yeah,
right, exactly. It's exactly like Ice
more
Age.
more recently, the movie where Chris Pratt was there, that Edge of
Tomorrow War, I think.
Tomorrow War. Even in that place, there's thawing of. There's that aspect of it.
Right. I think it's all these movies are also inspired from this concept. And the scary thing is, our world has recently been affected by a virus, and we don't know about that. And it has been absolute topsy-turvy, and it has been people have used that word doomsday more and more. It's become like a household term and byword rather. And the permafrost is right there in that doomsday wala space, because basically there are a lot of organisms, like how you were saying, which are frozen in time. Okay, and these organisms can contain certain properties, virus rather. These are like certain viral properties they can contain, which are so much from history. Like, suppose, to give you an example, a virus which has been frozen in time, maybe 44,000 years ago, right? And that virus, if the permafrost layer melts enough, thaws enough to release that virus, we don't have the cure for that. It's a virus that's like 44,000 years.
Forget about cure. Like we don't even know. We don't even know about what virus is that. Like we got to come up with a scientific name for that virus and then come up with a cure after 20 years probably.
Yeah, the movies might just become reality. The movies of Chris Pratt, or futuristic movies of Chris Pratt, and etc. Thousands of movies that are there. These might actually become a reality.
Okay.
No, not Tomorrow War, man.
Maybe not. Yeah. Hey, all due respect to Tomorrow War, man. I haven't watched that movie. All due respect, I don't know about it. But
okay, yeah, I don't want to spoil it for people.
Yeah, let's not talk about Tomorrow War right now. It can be a more different conversation. What I'm saying is, I recently read about one this thing, saber-toothed tiger. Saber-toothed tiger was a kind of tiger, an ancient tiger.
Yeah, Ice Age.
From the Ice Age. The remains of that have been found after the permafrost layer has melted. Remains of that has been found. Okay, and it is it has been it is basically from the Ice Age, right? It's 50,000 years old. So the remains are such that this permafrost layer is also such that it's like a refrigerator, right? How refrigerator maintains your food. Okay, to an extent, you can maintain it for a few days, and then you can consume it. It won't be completely amazing, but it won't be something.
It will be amazing.
So, well, I don't know what.
I love it. I love frozen food, man. Like less work.
Then you will love what I'm gonna say. Saber-toothed tiger body frozen has been released from a permafrost layer which has thawed, and that body has bones, fur, teeth. Almost the entire body is pretty much
spectacular, like preserved.
Preserved. It is actually preserved, like a mummy would be preserved in a tomb, right? And now,
and where has it been found?
This is a place called Yakutia or something in Siberia.
In Siberia, okay.
Yeah,
Russia. Okay.
So the thing is, this particular this tiger cub, it's not just one tiger cub, it's two tiger cubs.
Like you
Saber-tooth
mean
tiger
saber-tooth,
cubs. Saber-tooth
saber-tooth
tiger
cubs?
cubs. Saber-tooth cubs,
Yeah.
two of them. And both of them are 1,000 years apart, right? And one male and one female. And the thing is, they're trying to get their, obviously now, the scientists will be all over them, right? They're trying to get their blood sample and try to see if they can get information about like their mother, was their mother a particular kind of an animal, etc., etc.
I mean, genetic connections.
DNA and all that. But more than anything, there's a huge possibility that this tiger cub can be carrying some kind of a germ or a virus or a bacteria or something. I don't know technically. But
You don't even need to. It doesn't even need to be like that. It doesn't. So microbes can be frozen as well, and it can be anywhere. Basically, it can be anywhere, right? So if the permafrost layer, for example, is softening up and melting down,
Right.
and say a living present animal is consuming something from that soil,
Right.
and that potential animal becomes a carrier and of a transmittable viral disease and all that. So it's unfathomable, because there are like hundreds of different ways it can affect, or a virus can spread like that, So, I mean, it'll be, again, ironical, it'll be a complete destructive circle if, like, where living organisms came into the fore, because, I mean, apparently after the Big Bang, and I mean, they came into the fore from the microbes, right? Like if the first cell was a microbe, I guess, and then they'll be destroyed by them, if it happens.
Okay.
So global warming, long story short, is a horrible thing. People should consider it to be the worst horror movie, worst in a good way, like a really good horror movie they've watched, and they don't want that to be real. Global warming is something like that to me.
Like Friday the 13th, basically. Friday the
13th, yeah. For me, like getting
there to be an actual Jason. It was always like that for me. When I watched Friday the 13th, I always felt that I hope Jason is not there's a huge there's an easy possibility that a guy from my college can become a murderer, right? There's a huge possibility of that happening, and a mass murderer that too.
You don't understand. There is a maniac trying to kill us. Welcome to New York.
For me, I will gladly be in situations like Final Destination, Friday the 13th, Saw 3 or whatever. A scary movie for sure. Why not? To see hairy Anna Faris. But I won't put myself in real life situations in movies like The Conjuring or like The Haunting in the Hill House and all that. That's more of my like scary okay. Like someone coming to me with a knife and stabbing, it's okay, man. Like,
you can call the cops. Right?
No, I mean, I'll die a unnatural death, but it'll be a homicide. It won't be something like, oh my God, things are moving. Suddenly one devil is coming. So think about global warming as like a very up, possessed devil, possessed person, but it's real,
And the permafrost is like the weapon of that.
Yeah, permafrost is indirectly that puke, that acidic puke that's coming out of that devil.
That's Exorcist. For me, it's Jason's axe, permafrost. But it's scary, bro. This has been happening for some time, man. This is not something that is new discovery, actually. No, people don't speak about it. I mean, I'm not talking about DiCaprio and all, but generally, there should be more celebrities and all, I think, who should be speaking up more about these things. They don't. These are not entertaining stuff, right? This is not entertaining stuff. That's why people don't.
I was speaking with a person like recently. And we were just having a normal conversation, I guess. But what happened in this is like so I'm not like this person who's like, go Elon Musk, I'll whatever, like I'll suck his or something.
Okay.
It's not like that. Okay. But I respect him. Okay, I respect him and a lot of innovators for that matter. And I mean, I even respect Jeff Bezos also, because I mean, you need to be a little bit of a psychopath to do that well.
Yeah, of course, for sure.
So obviously, the conversation was that Elon Musk, at the end of the day, is trying to make money. Because if he doesn't make money, how the hell is he going to experiment on some crazy that people will not even think of putting like 1,000 rupees on? You know, like the stuff that he invests his own money in is absolutely insane before they become a reality. And when they become reality, it's a little flawed at times. You know, it's like that Louis C.K. in one of his stand-up comedy jokes, he said, like, you know, when Wi-Fi was introduced in the airplanes, okay, there's a kid sitting beside him complaining about the speed of the mother Wi-Fi. And Louis C.K. was like that, bro, you are in an airplane. You're in the air. You don't have wings. You're in the air. It's taking you from point A to point B. On top of that, they're letting you watch YouPorn or something. Okay, while doing that, it's only buffering a little slow. Imagine. Okay, so it's the same thing that people have expectations from people like that. They have complaints regarding these innovators.
Maybe environmentally as well. People are all fine and dandy that somebody will be having some technology that will save this world. I don't know about that.
No, that's what I brought up Elon Musk, okay? Because what he is trying to do, whatever he's trying to do, right? Whatever he's doing, whatever his products are, his products have got like basically two signature things. Okay, all his products. One is it looks stunning. Okay, it's almost like that Apple branding, you know, like it just looks futuristic. It looks like the Jetsons or whatever.
Right.
And the second thing, the USP that his products have is that they are most definitely more on the progressive liberal side, which means they are mostly energy conserving. Most of his products are like based on clean energy. Okay, so whatever he's making, like the Tesla cars, the infrastructure is not there in most countries or places where you can charge or like you can have that whole thing going. But even if it's making a difference to busier, higher class cities where lots of cars are run and they are becoming Teslas, it's actually helping the environment to a certain extent, even if it's only the rich assholes are doing. I'm not getting the rich poor debate here. Okay, because Elon Musk is not like a charity basket case that, okay, poor people take Tesla, like, you know, middle class bastard, come here, take one Tesla and go. He's not going to do that. He has to make money, but he's making a difference. Second thing he's doing, I think he's doing something in California, I think in San Francisco, where he's starting this, I think it's called, what is it called? Slingshot. I think it's called Slingshot, where he's doing this whole cube thing, which will be suspended magnetically and will be moving at a very fast speed. So it's a train. I don't know. I don't think it's completed and all that. Again, it doesn't involve rocket fuel. You know what I mean? So most of his products, he's spending
environmentally sustainable. Yeah, environmentally sustainable, but expensive because it comes at a cost of money.
But expensive. Yeah. Now, I'm just going to talk about a very simple thing. I think you might have realized this. If you talk about electric cars, okay, 15 years back or 10 years back, they're almost not there. Or if they're there, they're really expensive and they're not even that good technologically. Okay. Now, if you're talking about electric cars, even in India, Mahindra is coming up with one, Tata is coming up with one. So now as the competition increases, the prices will go down comparatively, relatively, right? That is how it starts, right? That is how it starts. And at least hybrid cars are becoming more rampant now. Hybrid cars which runs on battery as well as fuel. So my funda is something is better than nothing, man. So that's what I'm saying. Something towards the environment is better than nothing towards the environment. So.
Man, yeah, that is what it is. I guess, yeah, this is a heavy topic actually for me as well as for you, I'm sure. And although, obviously we consciously wanted to talk about this because, yeah, there will be a mix of stuff that we talk about, and this is something that, yeah, as someone who are doing long format videos, I think where long discussions are happening, I think that's the perfect platform to talk about something that is, I don't want to use the word serious because serious just sounds really bad as a word. I really want to abolish that word serious, but something that we should all give a about.
It's not about affecting sensibilities or like someone's someone's religion or anything. These are universal things which are happening in reality, and it's affecting everyone. So it is what it is. So
you just say it is what it is at the end of anything. It's just okay.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
Shout out to Irishman, Robert De Niro, and Al Pacino. It is what it is. That's where it came from. But yeah, it is what it is. Permafrost is something that should remain permanently frozen. By permafrost, we mean that it should remain permanently frozen. There's a point. There's a reason why it's called permafrost. Permanently, it should remain frozen. Why we don't want to get caught. That is what it is. And let's hope for the better going forward. I don't know, man. I'm just saying words. Again, how long are we going to live in this world to even see the effects of this permafrost or global warming, etc. kind of stuff? And that's how I'm segueing. Go ahead.
Like just before you segue, I just want to say that this is what the illusion that we live under. That this is not going. Like most people don't give a don't give a fuck about the environment because they think it's not going to affect their lifetime. And the reality of the matter is we don't know that. Okay, we don't know that because like just to give a small example, when there was lockdown. Okay, forget about other countries. In India, we know how the sky looks in a city. Okay, the sky looks gray and smoggy.
Right.
In India, there were like 3 months or 2.5 months of total lockdown, and the whole sky changed. Like the sky changed. Like when I was looking at the sky, I'm like, whoa! Like what is happening? It's almost
there was a huge series of memes that the sky is so clear. Okay. I can see this. I'm just gonna stop now and let the memes do the talking. But yeah, you must.
Yeah, but I'm saying that the change happened in 2 months, 2.5 months, and after that, when traffic started coming on the road, the sky has still not gotten back to that old smoggy thing. So I'm saying things change very fast in nature. We shouldn't take it for granted that it's not going to come in a lifetime.
Right.
It might come any time, and it's happening anyway. Like tsunamis, earthquakes, everything has increased. So. Anyway, let's just segue to the
so topic. That's basically what it is. You have already done that, and thanks for that. I mean, anyway, I was going to segue. I was trying to look for a segue into our next point of conversation about our lifetime, about our own lifetime, as to when we are talking about the world ending and all that. It is a very commonplace conversation nowadays. People take a lot of decisions on which I don't like actually. I mean. Sometimes they talk about childbirth and all. Why should we even have children? Our children will not even.
Okay, let's not open that can of worms.
Yeah, I think the door has been opened. But I think that's a very stupid thing because there are thousands of many other reasons why that said person or that particular individual should not have children. It's not the environment and all that. Okay, the world and environment and all. Please keep it separate. Okay, we also have to live, right? The people who are existing in the world. Forget about future generations. We ourselves won't be able to live. We ourselves are the future generation, right? So, which brings us to the topic of us as individuals and how we perceive, and it's not just from an existential point of view. It's not from a physically existing point of view. Rather, it can also be looked at as a societal existence point of view. It can be looked at as a professional existence point of view, etc., etc. But that one thing that defines it all, and which has become like a label in our society, a label which people are wearing like a badge, and it is thrown around here and there, abused. That label is called age. AGE, the three golden letters that have become like a label in our society, and that label is dictating a lot of things, and that is what I hate.
I am very passionate about this topic. Like, I'm very passionate about this topic.
ये पैशन है हमारा, पैशन पैशन समझता है आपको?
Like, seriously, I mean, it's been, yeah, I've got a lot to say on this, and I'm sure you have as well.
Not to say, so we'll just like get into it quickly. For one very funny thing that I've recently realized about age is age as a label is used in professional world. How okay, bhai, you are this many years of so young you have achieved so much, or so old you have not been able to achieve this much. By this age, so you should have become this particular CEO or this particular CXO, but by this age, how at 17 years of age you have done this particular kind of work, you have become this so big, you have achieved so much. How is that possible? The thing about age is not a thing at all. Human mind, there is no scientific proof that human mind develops according to the age. There can be a person who is at 60 who won't understand something very simple, while a person at 20 or 25 can understand something that is very advanced. And I have such people in my life. But in many professional circumstances, there are many organizations, there are many people in leadership positions and all who don't really care about that thing. Really don't care about that thing because they are more matured and more more intellectual in their understanding of capability of a person is a person's capability. That's all. It does not matter if it's that person is 30 years of age or that person is 40 years of age. Okay, and I will pay him according to his capability. But there are a lot of individuals I have faced that they have asked me, how old are you? Okay, when I'm joining an organization, how old are you? You will be working with a person who is 7 years younger than you. Okay, do you have a problem with that? No, mother. Why the will I have a problem with working with a person who is 7 years old? If that person is someone who I can gel with, who I can totally understand that he or she has the capability to do that particular kind of work, and he or she I can work with, why the I have a problem? This is a very strange question that I faced. There is one thing about age that I really hate. It should really be completely so. And nowadays, I don't share my date of birth when I'm approaching a company with my resume or something like that. I just don't share my date of birth, and I just share my picture. Okay, that picture can be from at any point of time in my life. Right? That's the funny thing. And I see, and I just check if somebody asks that question. Okay, as soon as somebody asks that question, I don't take.
Hey, you've become a victim of the circumstances.
I had become a victim. Thankfully, I did not join or did not maintain any sort of relationship or association with that particular company. Obviously, I won't take its name here. But there are many such companies. And then there are also companies who really don't care about it because they know a person's capability is a person's capability. So
from a professional perspective, you are like the professional side of things with this topic with age is you're spot on. Like you almost covered like how it is, because it's set down as a marker for certain expectations. I don't know. And to be honest, like before going into age or whatever, okay, I am amazed. Like I just feel, first of all, this problem I face more in India. Okay. Like when I was in the States and all, I was not facing this that much, to be very honest. So for me, this is a very India specific problem. And it's one of the reasons why I feel like, okay, like I don't mind moving out. That's one of the main reasons. I don't care about like the third world, first world facilities and all that. It's this full feeling that I get. I have
it's a societal thing. It's a community
societal age. I have strong emotions towards it, and there are reasons for that. But I am saying, if you think globally, okay, forget about India, world, like India, other country, and all. Just think globally. Look at the television. Look at anything that you do. Look at the books that you read. Look at a Prodigy, anything. Okay, does any of that has got a formula that in this age you can do this, in this age you cannot? Because there are prodigies who are like crazy at the age of like 13, 14, 15 and all that. And there are people who have become really successful suddenly at the age of 50, 55, by doing an investment. Like there's no spectrum, there's no range. Like from a professional perspective, I'm saying that there's no limitation on what you can do with it. And I will bring back to this to my childhood memory, even the bias that I have grown up with regards to age. Because when I was a kid, when I was growing up as a kid, for me, I used to I used to feel that, okay, a 30-year-old person is supposed to be like this. That person is supposed to speak like this, supposed to have this kind of a demeanor or something. Then a 40-year-old person should be like this. A 25-year-old person should be like this. And I was like, I can't wait to become 30 and become boring or something. I don't know. But the thing is, when I was 13 or 14, I think my my mom took me to this piano teacher. So at the age of 14, I think I went, and I was a little intimidated. Okay. Because there were like people who were playing like good piano or like keyboard and all that. And there were like kids, like I saw like there were a couple of kids who were like 9-10 years old who were really good. And I already had this perception in my mind that, like now I can't even believe it. That time I had perception that 14 is too late to start playing something or becoming really, if you really wanted to be good, you had to start like way early than that. That's the conception I had, because I swim, and I used to do swimming since I was 6-7 years old. Okay. Right. So my whole perception was like everything works like that, you should start early or else like you can't. And it's totally different now. It's totally different. Like I could give less of a what age I start. Like literally 2 years back, I started learning longboarding and skateboarding. Right. And like at that time, people would have like, yeah, you are trying to learn like skateboarding at 28, 29, like midlife crisis and all that. I'm like, yeah, bro. Yeah, I have a fucking crisis. Do you have a problem with that? Anyway, so the piano teacher told me that, one of his best students, she was 73 at that time. Okay. And she started learning piano at the age of 72. And she rented a piano. She didn't even buy it because she didn't have confidence. That's and crazy, now she's one of the best students that he has, and she's really good. And she's 73. So the moment he told me that, I was like, okay, what the hell? Like what I've been even thinking. And that made me think so much. Like in different situations in life also, whenever I was thinking about age, I could never forget this story. Like when he just told me, and I did a lot of research, after that, like I kind of followed up. I kind of doubled back down, trying to sync up my classes with that old lady because I wanted to talk to her. And then like I actually ended up speaking with her a couple of times and saw her play. I don't know, it made an impact because I was shocked when he told me, 73-year-old lady playing piano. And that point of time, like in an Indian household and all, 73-year-old people used to watch some religious serials. That's all, and sleep. No offense, but that's what I thought. And maybe they used to develop new habits, but it had got nothing to do with like something that complex, like learning musical notes. It's not like just learning to play the piano. It's like you're learning the literature. So I was shocked, and from there, I think
that's crazy.
My perception towards ageism and what age means started to wither away. I even used to take offense when at work in India, when I started working and all, people used to call the team leader or the manager as sir and all that. I used to think it is offensive. I think there's no sir, junior and all that. Like you just address the person with respect as your boss, but address him or her with the name. Like in IT, there's a lot of like sir, senior G and all that thing is there.
It's a fun thing. Whenever somebody calls me sir, I call them your highness immediately. So they stop calling me sir. Like you call someone calls you sir, yes, your highness. Yes, tell me your majesty. And you just do that.
Yeah, sir, ma'am, and all that. Like it's just weird. From the beginning, I used to find it
weird.
But
yeah, what you're saying, yeah. this is definitely a fantastic space. So one space I know both of us are itching to talk about age, which obviously we haven't discussed it, but I think if I bring it up, I don't know whether I should bring it up immediately right now, or maybe you want to say anything more about age.
I would say
that's the part I know you will also be interested.
I'm going to come up with a very heterosexual example of motivation that, or whatever, inspiration, I would say, that I had suddenly. Okay. Because so it involves John Mayer. Okay.
Right.
And John Mayer, like, me, like I was into, I am into metal and like heavy metal, but I listen to all kinds of music.
Right.
It's not like I'm just into that. But John Mayer and like artists like that is a little taboo. You just look at a girl and just rent a guitar and start playing something crappy or something like. But one of his songs, it's called "Stop This Train." Okay, "Stop This Train." I'll put up infographic, or not infographic, like a graphic of the lyrics of that song.
Sure, yeah.
That song, when I heard it, and I just heard it out of the blue, okay, like it was like on some radio or something. I was driving and suddenly it played, and the lyrics hit home with me. That is exactly how I relate. That song summarized the way that I felt and how I evolved to be feeling right now about age. And it has got a lot to do with John Mayer's own experience, because he talks about him and he talks about his conversation.
Just tell us a little bit about that thing.
Yeah, so
like how it.
If you know John Mayer, he's a very good-looking musician and very talented musician.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
and you know how he was, like, he's a little eccentric, but he's very smooth. I would say, with women.
Yeah.
And who else will it be? And when he's so successful at his craft, and when he was younger, he had a particular kind of lifestyle. Right now, I think he's in his mid-40s, and I think when he wrote the song, he was 41 or 42.
Right.
And even he was realizing suddenly that age is different. Like, he doesn't feel the same. People don't treat him the same way that he was being treated as when he was 24, 25, 26. And it's not expected to. Okay. But the approach that he took in terms of accepting aging, in terms of getting older, which a lot of us have got a problem with, partly because of how society looks at it, and it brings on a lot of hurdles, and also partly because we are just thinking it's over. That's what rings in our head. It's over. Okay.
It's the finale on the first round for Vince Carter. Oh, it did not.
It's over. It's over, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, it's done. Like, so
time's up. My time's up.
We don't need to set rules. Okay, the time is up, and this time is up, and all that. That's what I'm saying. Right. So John Mayer, the way his main fear was, like, as he is growing older, his main fear was losing his close ones who are way older than him, and how to get over it and accept it, because it's an eventuality. That is the thing which I related to. That fear I also have, like, the people who I take for granted, especially like my parents and all that, and they're an ever-present thing in my life. How will I react to it? And that is one of the main fears that he had in the song that he explains.
Right.
Like, let me just open up the lyrics. I'll just read like one excerpt of it.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I again have to take the flight mode off. So
John
I
Mayer,
can't believe I'm talking about John Mayer lyrics, man.
Man, John Mayer, bro. John Mayer is damn cool.
In the same podcast, I have given a shout out to Zac Efron, and now I'm reading John Mayer's lyrics. So
Zac Efron, it's all for their own. They will thank us, dude, in future.
Zac Efron is like a crazy bastard, man. He acts dumb, He acts dumb
because
it sells. Because his smart
Yeah,
ass
yeah,
guy.
yeah. He's like Ashton Kutcher, basically. He's like Ashton Kutcher.
Oh yeah, I think Ashton Kutcher is a little smarter.
Yeah, but he acts dumb, right? That's his selling point for his character.
Dude, he is literally. I thought he was really dumb after watching that 70s show. I was like, fuck, man, this guy can't be smart.
That's just good acting. That's just good acting.
Man, yeah. Crazy as venture capitalist he is. Right. My God. Oh, the investments that he has is insane.
Right. Exactly.
Anyway, so there's this line where I'm so scared of getting older. I'm only good at being young. So I play the numbers game to find a way to say my life has just begun. Okay, it's one. Then the next paragraph is, had a talk with my old man, said, help me understand. He said, turn 68. Oh, and you will renegotiate. Okay. Then John Mayer is saying, don't stop this train. Don't for a minute change the place you are in. And don't think I could ever understand. I tried my hand. His dad is saying, okay, John, honestly, will never stop this train. Okay. The name of the song, all the other choruses were stop this train. This train will be stopped because we will manipulate it. But life is something which you'll never stop the train. Oh, now once in a while, when it's good, it'll feel like it should. And they are all still around and you're still safe and sound. And you don't miss a thing till you cry when you're driving away in the dark, singing, stop this train. I want to get off and go back home again. I can't take the speed this thing is moving in. I know I can't, because now I see I'm never going to stop this train.
Understood. I now,
so in the last line in this chorus, he says, because now I see I'm never going to stop this train. Okay. In all the other previous choruses, he doesn't sing this. He will sing. He sings, but honestly, won't someone stop this train? So in the last paragraph, he realizes life as it is with the age, the train will never stop. You will always get older and all that. The limitations that you bring upon yourself with that is societal.
Right.
Don't do that. And that's what his dad is saying. Enjoy your life, enjoy the present, do as much as you can, and then evolve. That's
right. Nice one. That's a really nice one. Which is basically a amazing segue for me to go to the age of discussion only. But the stuff that I wanted to talk about, and obviously you will definitely jump onto this because this is something that we call age. Age as your decider for a relationship. Right. This is the thing, bro. This is Indian society is famous for that. Indian society, suppose Indian society had to get an award. Like Oscar.
You're sorted, man. You're sorted.
Dude, let's not talk about that. That's anyway just a game of luck when I have got lucky. Okay.
Yeah. Let's not talk about personal stuff. I'm just saying, see, people don't give a shit if you're sorted in real or not. Okay. They will see whether.
But what is sorted? What is sorted? Like sorted can mean different.
For people, your sorted means you have reached an age where you are married. Check. Okay, they will look at that. They won't be saying, how is your marriage? And by the way, we are not talking about Joy and his marriage. Okay, his marriage is great and all that. I'm just saying that in general, people won't give a shit. People won't give a shit. How is your marriage and all that? They'll be like, you're married? Check. Okay, at this age. And then there'll be a certain age where you got a kid? Check. Okay, and that's how checks work, right? My parents are facing the issue right now of the check marks have stopped getting checked for them because it's dependent on me.
संजना तू इतने दिन उसके साथ घूमी फिरी क्या कुछ ऐसा कुछ नहीं मम्मी कुछ नहीं तो फिर प्रॉब्लम क्या है
Where was this I want to know who brought this notepad where people are checking things. Where is this notepad? Please show this physical form of this notepad to me. This physical envisioning of this notepad where people are checking. Where is this notepad? Where is it? That people are checking things. By 30, you are married. By 35, you have child. Okay, check. Where is this thing? Where is it defined? Where is this notebook where people are checking? Has Supreme Court of India made this? Is there a Constitution of India? Is there a Declaration of Independence anywhere that is written that at this age an individual should do X, Y things? That is what I want to know.
Okay.
Now, where are these? These are all, and it's so sad to see. These are all things that have been built by the community. It has been built by the society. That has been built by the Indian society. It's so sad to see that. And that's a reality.
I mean, we are talking about Indian societies. I'm sure there are like different kind of there are different kind of conservatism issues in different societies. We can only speak about our society on this in this. So it's just this relentless mental pressure that you have since you are born, where you are like running against time. You're missing things which you could be good at or whatever, because you need to meet this target. It's almost like being in sales, like, oh, like I need to meet this target by now, by this age, or like I'm gonna miss the train of life or whatever.
But as John Mayer said, the train is never gonna. We are all in the train, and the train just keeps moving. We're already on
the train. We are already on the train. That's the point. We will not be missing any train.
Yeah.
So
nice. So I liked it.
So yeah, and personally, see, if someone talks to me rationally about this relationship thing, I am all ears. Okay. Because I think I was talking to someone and that person was saying that, after one point of time, it is important to know your priorities, your needs, and whatever. Like, it's not like you can have an unplanned life, right? It'll be chaotic if everything is unplanned. So that's a different kind of life. That's a different topic. But I'm saying, like, it's not about age. You need to have an idea about the future that you kind of aspire to have. So depending on that, obviously, inevitably delaying something without any reason, even in relationships, without giving it a try, is also not advisable. Right. And that kind of conversation, I am happy to entertain, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
I am not happy to entertain that someone is going to be like, they'll be like just giving an expression. You are this age, you have not done this. What? Why? I'm like, yeah. So what? I mean, I haven't done this. Like, also I have done this. Have you done that? I mean, it's not a competition, right? You have done it. You got a kid when you were 22. Good for you. Good on you, man. If I am the godfather of that kid, probably I'll pamper the kid a little. But that's it. Like, I don't understand this whole forcing.
I understand one thing about it, that age can obviously, once you get older, physically you are not the same as you were before. So maybe physically certain things you could have done. Maybe, like, to give you an example, suppose I want to participate in the Olympics at some point of time in my life, right?
Yeah.
And I want to learn a new sport like javelin throwing, because I want to beat that guy, Neeraj Chopra. He's got all the fame right now. So javelin throwing I want to do. And obviously a 70-year-old or 80-year-old man cannot do that same feat.
No.
Like, I can understand that. I think that is the only.
That is a different thing. So you cannot do it at an elite level. Okay. But again, coming back to the point of how I got inspired by a few people, and I'm not going to take names, but especially in the like I do CrossFit. So especially in my CrossFit gym and all, there were people who have started working out very late, or who have been working out for a long time. Okay, both these categories of people are there. And working out means what? So what is their inspiration? Like, my inspiration of being fit is because I really want to enjoy a physical hike when I'm 55 or 60. I don't want to be in a place where I'm incapable of doing that. Now, that is my priority. It doesn't need to be everyone else's. Some people might have different priorities and different kind of sacrifices. So that is how you can sustain that. Obviously, you can't be elite in anything after your prime is gone. That is the whole definition of it. But I'm saying you can lengthen, or you can like the longevity of that time, that pursuit of your activities, which requires you to be, for example, fit, can be lengthened. And it is your decision. It's what I'm trying to say. Because, and also about the mindset inhibits people from a lot of things. Because I have a family friend, my dad's got a family friend who are 80-year-old. I think both of them are like 75, 80 couple, and they travel a lot. For an Indian couple of that age by themselves, they travel a lot. I mean, and I'm not talking about affordability here and all that, but they have that mindset. They have the mindset where they can travel. Age is just a number. Age is just a number. Age is just a number, kind of a thing. And in my opinion,
I was waiting when either of us will say this line. Age is just a number. We should ideally do a countdown to age is just a number. Let's see if that works out. Because this line, it's like a countdown timer. When we will say this line, either of us. Or it can also be a drinking game in recent context.
Yeah, when we say it, then we'll end up drinking very less if we play it.
That's the thing. It's an anti-drinking game. It helps you.
I feel like drinking actually. I feel like drinking some. My coffee is over. I need to fidget on something with my right hand, so I don't know what to do. But anyway.
That's a whole different podcast. So yeah, that is what it is. Anything else you wanted to say? Something more about age, right?
No. I mean, nothing. I have seen a 42-year-old guy who I consider as a friend has fallen in love and started a life. Okay, I have seen
at what age?
Someone 42, 41 at that age. I have seen a 45-year-old guy take up a course and change his career.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So I'm sure if you look out for it, you will see a lot of such examples. People who don't go by the societal rules and get stagnated. So because of these examples, I hold out hope in my heart to have an organic progression in my life in terms of age and how I evolve, and not dictated by the society. And that's it. That's what I have to say about it.
I think we have to give some we should think about some people. Maybe in my case, I think of my wife when I'm taking a decision which is against the societal norms and the societal norms of age, etc. I do consult my wife, but actually my buck stops there. To be very honest. In your case, maybe it would be your parents for that matter, but the buck would stop there. Now, if you're looking to please your partner, your parents' friends, your partner's friends, the whole society,
that is a wrong way to look at it, in my opinion.
Right.
So I've been telling this to few people after I moved from US to Calcutta, and it's very different. Especially Calcutta is very different. Calcutta is still there's a mix of
by different he means
no. So Calcutta has got this I'm just talking about people of my age and younger.
Right.
Okay, so there's this two ends of the rope here. Either it's too conservative or it's too liberal. Okay, either you'll feel like great, like I'm in a music festival or something, or you'll feel like you're in church or something, like during a Sunday service. This is what I observe. Like the middle ground is a little less. That is my observation. I could be wrong, or I'm talking about a small sample size, but there are people I know who still have got curfews. Okay. From their parents at the age of 30, 31 and all that.
Yeah.
And see, it is initially I was like, oh shit, how is that?
This is a nice point. This is a nice point, actually.
Now I understand.
There are people who are actually, their parents are saying, hey, you are so old. Why don't you get married? But the parents are also saying, hey, you need to get back home. You need to come back home by 9.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. The point for me is not about pleasing your parents or your wife. The buck is not about that, in my opinion. My point about that is, especially for Indian parents, relatives, or whatever, is to condition them. Okay, as you are growing up, condition them. Okay, this is it, take it or leave it. This is it, take it or leave it. And they will slowly become understanding and less conservative and more understanding of it, in my opinion. Like my parents are typical parents who are concerned about me and marriage, and which is normal. After I reached a age, they are they have the right to be a little worried about like when it's going to happen. Okay, everyone in the society can be like that, but their perception is not imposing in a way I feel that a lot of other parents do. Okay,
Right.
In the Indian society, it's not like you have to, and they could easily do that. Maybe internally, sometimes even they feel like doing that, but I have conditioned them that even if they do that, it is going to be very pointless, right? Because after a point, it is going to be my decision about certain things, is what I'm trying to say. And it is not being rude or being arrogant. It's about conditioning them over the years. Like, they have the right to tell me anything, but there are still boundaries with everyone. So it's about conditioning them. It's not about pleasing them. And about other people and all, that I mean, both of us, we don't really care about like my thought process is even more capitalist. My thing is, dude, like if you want me to care for your opinion or thought regarding me, please give me some money. Like, because money is always money is always useful, like if I'm getting paid to give a fuck, I'll give a fuck.
You just described a job.
No, but also I
Like
have to be happy with the money.
Just described any job in the world.
Yeah, but at least in the job we are working on something. We are not paying heed to their. We are still paying heed to their opinions. You're right. Yeah.
And with that, we come to a dramatic closure to our discussion today. What do you say? It wasn't dramatic. Today's this time the podcast was quite dramatic with a lot of references and a lot of what do you call it, emotional expressions with a John Mayer poem, a John Mayer song. I'm sorry, it is a poem. It must have been a poem at some point of time, and it's a dramatic closure to our second podcast, One Half Fry. That is the name of the channel, and we talk about everything under the sun with the sunny side up. That means basically whatever a metaphor of
just remember sunny side up with a couple of brown bread slices.
By brown bread, are you referring to us as brown people?
Yeah, we are brown, man. Like, we should be leveraging some of the brownness in us, man. Sometime we can't be. We should be,
fantastic.
Doing
fantastic. That. So, I mean, those who will be watching the entire video, immense thanks to you guys. And those who have watched the entire video in the last time that we in our first episode. Immense thanks to those guys, and we are sorry for whatever we should be sorry for. As I said, today I'm apologetic. Next time it feels some different emotion. So please do keep in mind, whoever is following us on Instagram, we have around 90 followers or so right now, which is fantastic. And we love the reaction. We have loved the reaction from the people, whoever we have promoted it to. And whoever is following us on Instagram, do remember our link of our YouTube, our full videos and smaller bite-sized videos, which for your, whenever you're traveling from here to there, etc. All those full video links you will get in our YouTube link, which is in our Instagram bio. And you can listen to us on Spotify. You can follow us on Instagram. You can subscribe to us on YouTube, and whatever they
please listen to our video, listen to the clips as well. We'll be posting. So if you don't have the patience to listen to the whole podcast, which is the case for a lot of people, we will also be posting the topical clips from the podcast in the same channel. And just follow, like, subscribe, spread some love, spread our podcast, because I think we all need some support to grow, and we believe that if you are going to listen to us, you might like us and help us out a little there. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Till next time.